Hello. I hope you're having a fabulous day. No complaints. It's beautiful out there. I have a great afternoon planned. But before then, I have a review of a product that I've actually never used before. And it is called Jouer. I think that's how you say it. Jouer. It's French. So I am studying it. So that's what it should be. And somebody's going to go, no, you got it wrong. But that's what it is. And it is the Skinny Dip Ultra Foil Shimmer Shadows. Now what ended up happening was I was ordering some items off, I think it's called Dermastore, and I was ordering some sunblock because very pale. And this happened to be, I think, being advertised, and I had a coupon for 20% off, and I love me some shimmers. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick this up. So it was totally an impulse buy. Before I did, though, I did look at some swatches of it online and was like, is this something I want to try? And I'm like, yeah, I do. But let me say that this is very definitely a shimmer palette, so it is not for the faint of heart, okay? I'm wearing it right now, part of it. I'm keeping it kind of tame because I am going out. I didn't want to do a full shimmer ball and go out there because it's going to be a long day, but I wanted a light hint of it, and I think I got that. The thing is with these, a little bit goes a long way. They are not kidding. So it's very sleek. There are 6 shadows inside, and I'll put the price above, but it was kind of spendy. Looking back, I'm like, that is a lot for 6 eyeshadows. So just be prepared. But they are a big palette. It's not normally like the smaller ones. These are quite generous with the size. And let me tell you, a little goes a long way. I am not even kidding. But let's first get to the swatching and then move from there. So you do get a mirror with it and varying different shimmers. And what I like about this is it's going to take you through the year, because you have the darker colors, you have the lighter colors, and I've been using these 3, which are really great for summer and spring. And these guys are for a little bit more dramatic nighttime look or for later on in the year. So you could use this all year round, which is actually very, very smart. So, but it is the Skinny Dip, so I think they're really going for the kind of summer fun kind of thing. And it's nice, like Starlight, Bikini, Skinny Dip, Tan Lines, Magic Hour, and Midnight Swim. You're not going to be doing that in the middle of January unless you live in the other hemisphere. Unless you do, though, then you're like, I respect you. So what I'm going to do is get my wipey here, and I'm going to start with Starlight, which is the one that I'm wearing now. Yes, these are bright. These are not for the faint of heart. The next one is Bikini, and I'm going to be honest with you, this was one of the ones that I was banking on to be my favorite because I love shimmery pinks. Terrible. I'm going to be straight up honest. I usually am a lot nicer, but this one, I mean, it shows up, but it's really, really like a semi-shimmer, so you can barely see it. But I will revisit that. The next one is Skinny Dip, and I'm barely tapping my fingers into these. I don't know if you can see that, but I am barely tapping my fingers into these because you don't need to. You really don't need to go too crazy with these. They're going to do that for you. So the next one is Tan Lines, which is kind of a bronze kind of color. And then there's the Magic Hour, which is a nice kind of pewter shimmer. And then lastly, Midnight Swim, which is the darkest of the group. So you can see this one's shimmery, but it's not quite, you can't see the shimmer necessarily as much on this one, and also on Tan Lines. They are definitely shimmery, but they aren't quite over the top as something, I don't want to say over the top. They're not quite as obvious, is the way that I would say it. So what I will say, these wear very nicely, very nicely. I've worn them a few times, and they really do bring attention. They are intense. These aren't like your normal shimmers where you're like, oh, it's a shimmer. This is like pow, in your face kind of shimmer, and they're quite extraordinary, especially the silver one. What I will say is that Bikini, which is this beautiful pink, is just terrible. I'm gonna flat out say it. I said it earlier. I don't normally like using words like that or taking it there, But the rest of these go on so well, and it's very chalky. It's more chalky, and even rubbing it around, you see it barely picks up on my finger. It just doesn't really move much in the palette. And yes, it will go on, but it's just so weak. It's one of the least shimmery of the group, and you're going to use a lot more product, because even just looking at it, you can see I've already dug into that to get just this little amount of payoff, and this was my favorite color of the group, so I was a little disappointed. What I will say is that if you don't like that much shimmer, this one's perfect for you. The silver one is extraordinary. I think it would work on so many different skin tones. I love it. I'm wearing it now. I've worn it a few times. It is fabulous. Now I'm going to be honest, these three guys are a little bit too dark for this time of year for me, and even later on I would probably only use Midnight Swim and Magic Hour for, well, actually Magic Hour I would use on my lid, but the darker one, which is the Midnight Swim, I would probably, because of my skin tone, only use under my eyes for eyeliner, because I don't tend to go for really, really dark eye looks unless I'm really going smoky, but I don't know if I would use this for it. But for you ladies out there who have a darker skin tone, this is going to be awesome for you. But just know that it does have sparkle, but these two have the least, well, except for Bikini, which is just almost non-existent. But you know, it's just a nice array of colors, and it will last you. They wear really well. They do. They wear really well, and you just have to lightly dip your finger. Don't use a brush. It's better if you use your finger and just go across, and the payoff is incredible. This is going to last you such a long time because they are just so pigmented. They're fabulous, except for Bikini again being the exception. Also, what I did find is that they are kind of glittery. It is a shimmer, but they are a little bit glittery. So I found that when I put them on sometimes, if you have to be really careful and exact when putting these on, especially if you prime your eye, because I did it once and I took it too far and I made a mistake and it dropped down here, and I was scrubbing to get it off, and there was all these little bits of glitter everywhere, so I had to start all over. And even still, once I wipe these off my arm, there's going to be glitter on my arm for the rest of the day. I'm not even kidding, because I've swatched them before just because I was curious before I did it here, and there was glitter on my arm all day. So be wary. You're going to want to really use like an oil-based makeup remover to pull this stuff off. And then use soap again in the shower to really get this off, and you may still have glitter on your face. Yeah, so this is like, party is in town, because it is not going anywhere. It really is not. If you're not into big glitter, you know, this may not be for you. These are very bold, and also they're glitter bombs. I mean, they are crazy. So, you know, and you have an exact hand, because if you don't, you're going to find the glitter all around here and sometimes down here. So I would also recommend doing the eye look first, cleaning off your face if you need to, and then putting on foundation afterwards if you don't want the glitter all over your face. But it is going to be there. That being said, these are fabulous, long wearing. They are no joke, except for Bikini, which is just wah-wah. It was my favorite. Why? But beyond that, this is just great. I do think it's a little bit spendy for that price, even with the 20% off and free shipping. That's kind of expensive for 6 shadows. So I'm really happy with the shadows, but I just wish it was brought down maybe $10 more, maybe $35 for something like this, but whatever. It is what it is. They got my money. It is a good product. It's just, is it worth it to you for 5 functioning eyeshadows because Bikini's not working? Is it worth it for you? But that's with any brand or anything in life in general. So yeah, so this is the new Skinny Dip Ultra Foil Shimmer Shadow Palette by Jouer. I sure hope I'm not butchering that. And I do like it. I will give it a thumbs up, though I wish the pricing was a little bit lower, because that's pretty extreme for 5 working shadows. But again, whatever. So that is my review today. I hope you're doing well. Go out there, enjoy the summer weather, and until next time, have a great day. Bye.